Hey, hey, Google, I got your money. Hey, hey, Google, I got your money. I got your
Yeah.
money. Saying Ubisoft and Take Two. Like the motherfucking Sinnoh region, we are back with another episode. This is the PodBoyz Advanced Podcast. It's a weekly poker discussion where we go over the latest in poker gaming news and throw in a little bit of whatever poker else we want to talk about. My name is Oscar, Trainer Oscar. I'm joined as always by my co-host and best friend, rival.
Rocket Eric.
Oh, there you go.
What's up, dude? How are you doing?
I'm chilling, man. I'm chilling.
Chilling?
You know, pretty hype on all this Pokemon news.
Yeah, bro. This is the most love the Sinnoh region has gotten
In a
in a
while,
long
man.
time.
Not so excited for the state of lame. I mean, play. Uh, oh,
Uh uh
state of lame. What?
uh uh
But
uh
The Pokemon presentation was pretty dope.
Hey
But
man, the
we'll
style
get
of play
into it.
was okay.
All right, my friend. What kind of potion you drinking this week?
Well, uh it's funny you mentioned potion because I might turn into a gargoyle. Um
This
this
man,
this thing is huge. It's a
such
classic
a
stone.
shapeshifter. Oh, it's a stone.
Yeah, I
Nice.
found this thing called the self-righteous black IPA.
Self-righteous black.
Sounds like a sick ass metal band.
Yeah.
And it's probably the coolest stone gargoyle I've seen in a while. I don't know if I
Yeah, homeboy looks brutal.
oh, there you go. See what I mean? He's just
Yeah.
standing there all
Menacingly.
menacing.
He's
um
just standing there.
men- uh,
Menacingly.
uh,
Uh,
but yeah, bro. It's a black IPA. I've never had a black IPA, whatever that means. It is a pretty big bottle, so I'm gonna sip on this slowly tonight.
yeah, you do that, sir. I myself am rocking more of a local type of thing. It's just from Long Beach, not too far from here. Long Beach Beer Lab Dreamsicle. It's called. It's a hazy creamsicle IPA.
Interesting. That
Yeah.
also a potion.
Also, oh yeah, this one's straight up in a beaker. Someone's brewing it up. So
Stone is. Could we consider that local?
um,
Southern California.
I mean, yeah, but we're not. That's like I think that's local to San Diego peeps. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess so. I
I'd like
guess
I like
so.
I'd say like as far as LA and Long Beach are still local for us.
Yeah, we are a little bit closer to them.
But yeah, it's a couple hours out there, so I wouldn't claim that.
Well, we like to keep it SoCal down here.
Hmm. Cheers to you, my friend.
Cheers, man. Dude,
This
this
smells
thing,
really
I may
good.
have made a mistake. Shit.
It's daunting. It looks daunting.
Ooh.
Oh, this is so delicious. This, we drink a lot of beers on here, and they all have some crazy ass descriptions, and they all claim to like emulate a flavor or a taste of something sometimes, and This one actually fucking delivers. This straight up is sweet and tastes like a creamsicle, like a lolly, like an ice pop.
Does it?
Yeah, it's really fucking good.
This is a very interesting IPA.
Is it metal? Does it feel like metal when you drink it? Does it feel like metal sliding down your gullet? Does it hurt?
It tastes like an IPA going in. And like kind of chocolatey at the end, like the aftertaste.
Like a stout?
Yeah, like drinking it tastes like an IPA, but then like the aftertaste, I'm like, wait a minute. Did I just drink a stout? It's very strange.
That is weird. Yeah, this one's delicious as hell though.
Sick. Yeah, I've had very few beers that like I could actually pinpoint the flavor.
Dreamsicle, you know what I mean? IPA. Yep. No, I hear you, dude. They do
a lot of them talk a lot of talk, but it doesn't come through in the beer.
They do the same thing with weed. They're like, weed is named all sorts of crazy stuff, and it's very like sometimes like whatever it's named after, they nail the freaking like it
like happens, the flavor.
Yeah, but it's very rare. A lot of times, it's just a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah,
it tastes like weed.
They didn't name and yeah, it tastes like beer.
Yeah. But yeah, what have you been playing, sir? Whoa. Every time this guy, y'all.
I forgot to turn my notifications off, man. Shit.
I'm gonna leave it in the episode to teach you a lesson.
Oh, all right. Well, let it be known that I forget I have a mute button on my phone. Just kidding. You can leave it in. I don't give a fuck.
Oh, yeah? All right.
Just kidding. Just kidding. I love you.
couple sips of a black IPA, and this man is getting spicy over
here. Literally a couple sips.
You are turning into a gargoyle right before.
Yeah, slowly. That's why I'm becoming very hard.
Yeah.
There's like this like metal band in my head, just slowly getting louder. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The drums, are getting louder. The drums. Can you hear
the drums,
Eric?
It's the drums.
They never stop.
And then it's the drums, and then just like a revving motorcycle just in the back.
Someone's gonna get that reference.
Anyways, I've been playing Destiny with you, of course.
Good week on Destiny.
Yeah, it's
cool this week. We raided. Big shout out to
homie
community
Ace,
supporter and homie Ace, newest clan member of Unnecessary Salt, which is our Destiny 2. He already changed it?
Name changed.
He changed it already. He changed. I thought he tried, and the one he wanted was unavailable.
Oh yeah, no, it's still Unnecessary Salt.
Yeah.
Hasn't been changed yet, but it will change, I think.
He did not end up changing it, so it's currently still Unnecessary Salt. But shout out to Ace for joining the clan and joining us for a raid.
Yeah, that was fun. We didn't get very far because it was all our first time doing that raid, but it was fun.
I'm proud of what we accomplished, though.
I am too. It was fun. I've been playing that, and Jeez, what else did I play? Oh, I've been playing Tomb Raider.
I saw you online earlier.
Rise of the Tomb Raider, to be exact.
Okay. How are you liking it?
It's actually not bad so far.
That's the one that was on PS Plus a couple months ago?
I think so.
Or is that one of the older ones?
I think it was the one that was on PS Plus.
Okay, yeah. So I think it's the newest one.
Oh, wait. No, it was on PS Plus, but like way back before you had PlayStation.
Okay, because one of them was just on there.
Yeah, that's the newer one. Yeah.
Yeah, same month as like Destruction All Stars or something. I want to say no, the month before.
Yeah, well, that's not the one I'm playing.
Okay. Yeah, I played a bit of the first one of that Boot or whatever it was. I played that on Game Pass. It was pretty good.
Did you beat it?
No, I didn't beat it. I got pretty far, but I didn't beat it.
Okay. Yeah, no, it's so far it's pretty good. Like the it plays smooth. There's a high frame rate option, so I've been playing on that.
Nice.
So it plays really smooth. There's been a couple of times where I think I broke the game.
The heck?
Like overall, I've had a good experience with it, but there's like a fight in the beginning where like you fight a bear,
Mm-hmm.
and so there's this dialogue that she says, and this like this line that she says, and she's like, because you have to go into the cave, because the bear fucks you up the first time you see it, and then you have to go back and fight this fucking bear,
Mm-hmm.
and so you're about to fight this bear, and you have to go into the cave, and you're supposed to lure it out into like this open area and fight the bear outside. Well, I said fuck that, and I killed the bear in the cave. And when when you when you start the encounter, there's like this like crazy like tribal drum playing, like dun 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 dun, and it's all like this intense music. And then like I killed the bear in the cave, and then the music was just stuck that way. It was like dun 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 dun. Dun. So it was like super intense music.
And you're like, bear's dead, guys.
Pretty much, dude. And it was kind of annoying because it just kept doing it. It got to the point where I noticed where the loop in the song was, and I was like, okay, I've heard this loop way too much.
Yeah. Like,
So,
no more. I'm done with this now.
yeah, and I tried fixing it a few different ways. Like I tried going to different areas, that didn't work. I tried like fast traveling, that didn't work. So I
Oh
was just like,
damn!
yeah, I don't know why it was just stuck on like this fucking bear theme.
You straight up just have to like restart the game or what?
I just had to go back to the menu and then come back to the game. It was weird.
That's
Um,
crazy.
but yeah, so far I'm having fun with it. Surprisingly, there's like animals, there's like bows, there's like sneaking and puzzles, and it's a pretty good.
Actual tomb raiding, right?
Yeah. So there's some pretty cool stuff in that game. And I haven't. This is the first one I play from like the reboots that they've had. I don't know
Nice.
which. I don't know where in the reboot systems falls, because I guess it's Rise of the Tomb Raider. I don't know if that was the first one
I think
or
it's. I think.
second, or
I don't know. I'm not gonna
all the Tomb Raiders are
say
all the
I
same to
pretend I
me. Kind
know.
of,
Yeah.
they're all the same story, right? Lara Croft doing some crazy shit.
Lara Croft doing some crazy shit.
But yeah, anyways, that's what I've been up to, man. What about you?
I've been playing same thing. A lot of Destiny mostly. I'm still playing 3D World, the new Mario, new old Mario, whatever. Dude, that game is so much fun. Like
Yeah, you have a good time.
it's pretty easy, like for the most part. And then there are these fucking levels they throw at you out of nowhere with like some crazy like new gimmicks or mechanic, and it just fucking like drives you insane for a while. And I'm
Mm,
just like, oh my god! And then you beat it and you move on. But yeah, the level design is crazy good, dude. See, people like really like Mario Maker and like doing the whole online playing other people's levels and like all that crazy shit people pull off online. I'm fine with just good old classic Nintendo made Mario levels. You know what I mean? So,
yeah, I get
and
you.
these in particular are very well made.
I don't know, the crazy Mario Maker levels. Mario Maker was kind of weird. I felt it was kind of weird, don't you?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I played the story, but like as far as like playing other people's levels and like making like these ridiculously like memeably hard levels and shit like that, like it's not my bag. That's not my thing in like almost any sort of game. It's just like their extreme ridiculous difficulty like that. Like I'm not a challenge gamer by any stretch of the
Right,
imagination. So like
right.
I don't know. It's not my thing.
Yeah, I feel you on that. It's weird to me, especially just in a Mario game. But
Yeah, they turn
people
it,
people are into it though. People are
and they
into
make
it.
them sometimes to the point where it's just like a rhythm game where you just have to tap at the right moments to like make it through like the auto runners and stuff like that. Like I don't know, man. It's just not my thing. Is Mario Maker levels, unfortunately. But
Mm.
the 3D world on the other hand, super great. The level design is unique. It's like I said, it's fresh. It's a fresh mix of everything all together, and I'm having a lot of fun with it. Other than that, I started a new character on Dark Souls. I mean, not
Ooh,
Dark Souls, Demon Souls.
Demon
Sorry, my
Souls.
bad. Yeah, started a new character on Demon Souls. I went with a magic build this time around because I'm a pussy, and I heard magic is overpowered, and it's pretty
I
overpowered.
I've seen my brother play with his mage character, and he just fireballs everything to death.
Yep. You start off with the soul arrow at the beginning. It's like the first thing they give you, and that shit fucking wrecks. Like in that, like you can in the first like little area. There's like this like freaking ridiculous section where where you're climbing up a bunch of staircases, while there's dudes on different levels just throwing fire bombs at you.
Uh
And
huh.
like I remember the first time I played it without any sort of magic, like that shit was like pretty brutal and I hated it. And this time I was just like, oh look, let me just lock onto you. Just freaking Harry Potter blast you off that ledge up there and you're done. And yeah,
Wow.
so it like trivializes like a lot of it. Like I'm like it's pretty intense. I'm pretty excited to see how much it breaks it because I was having a rough time before. Because I in the other one I did have magic, but I went with more of like a healer build. So I had spells that would heal me, not that would damage.
Ah, so your main like damage output was just like melee, and then you
Was
would like
actually
run away
weapons,
and
yeah,
heal.
yeah. And it was pretty slow to cast a heal and shit like that, so it wasn't that convenient. So wanted to switch it up. Um,
Okay.
and I think that's it. Honestly, I haven't had. I feel like I've gained a little less this week just because again
Work schedule.
work schedule.
Yeah, same
But
here.
good news. I think starting next week I'm back to my normal freaking schedule. So
Nice.
I can finally start to normalize and get back onto like regular life again. So
Nice.
I will take it and run, and hopefully I'll get back to streaming and all that type of stuff. So I don't have to be like sleeping super early and then waking up like oh my god, it was the worst. I hated this schedule.
That's a
Not
pretty
fun.
gnarly schedule for you, man.
Yeah, especially for what I don't know for what I'm trying to do. Like I get home at the worst time to do that type of shit and I don't know. It was a rough few weeks, but thankfully it's over.
Yeah.
Oh, what I did want to talk about, or what we did forgot to mention, is after we recorded the podcast on Friday last week, we were trying to play some Destiny together, and the whole fucking servers
Oh,
went
that's
down
right.
and crashed.
I forgot about
So
that.
we spent the entire we played like 3.5 hours straight of some mortal fucking
I
combat, dude.
forgot that we spent all that time just killing each other.
Just fucking beating the shit out of each other. Like I went in all like, oh, I'm gonna get my ass beat, and I did for a bit, and then I mean I was playing for
But
three
then you
hours
learned,
straight.
but then you learned.
So I would hope I would have learned something by the end, and like by the end we were actually having some pretty good matches, dude.
Yeah, they're getting hard.
My girl Katana is
Yeah, dude,
is the shit.
you're figuring some combos out. This man was like, by the end of our session there, maybe like the last few 3 or 4 fights, he was like doing combos. And I'm like, wait a minute, I didn't teach you how to do that.
Yeah,
So that was dope, dude. That was a fun time. I totally forgot that Destiny just said nope.
yeah, dude, it was the worst. We had like a whole ass like entire night to have a good long Destiny session, and the servers just died.
Yeah, they died like for everyone collectively at the same time. It was kind of This is a strange thing, but it happens sometimes.
Very, very strange. But what can you do? But yeah, man, we can start moving into some of these topics here. Starting off with uh Jim Ryan of PlayStation was interviewed earlier this week, and some devastating news to hardcore crazy ponies as he announced that a whole slate of PlayStation games are coming to PC, starting with Days Gone in a couple months.
Oh no, whatever shall we do?
My plastic box! My plastic box! It's invalidated. What am I gonna do?
What you do is you just let it happen. And just
I don't understand why
why?
more people getting to enjoy a game is such an upsetting concept. Like I've seen, like I said, I think we were talking about it through Twitter the other day. Like the extreme of it that I've seen, where like the really really fucking crazy ponies think is that if these games start coming out on PC and they start selling well on there, that eventually someone's going to make the decision to start putting things on PC day and date, basically launching at the same time as on PlayStation consoles, rendering the console obsolete because who's going to want to buy it on PlayStation if they can just buy it on PC day one and run it at max settings and shit like that.
Yeah. I don't I don't get it, but at the same time it's like, bruh, it's been like 2 games.
I mean, the man did say whole slate.
Well, I know, but so far it's been 2 games.
Yeah,
You know
so
what I
far
mean?
it's been 2 games, but
Also, a whole slate of, did he mention from what time frame they were going to be from?
I
Were they
don't
going to be
know.
like super old games? Where, you know what I mean?
I don't know.
I don't think PlayStation would shoot themselves in the foot like that. First of all, you know what I
Yeah,
mean? I don't think that, because then if they know, they're not stupid. They know that if they start releasing like brand new PlayStation games on PC as well, they know they're not gonna be selling consoles anymore.
yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like like I don't understand why they would jump to that conclusion when yeah, Sony's still a freaking business. You know what I mean? They still are trying to
Make money
compete
out of
and
these
make
things.
money and be top of the game like they have been for the past few generations. But as Jim Ryan says, the cost of development goes up exponentially every generation because of like the new hardware and stuff like that, and being able to do more and stuff like that, and the IP gaining bigger scopes, and them wanting to create more ambitious type of projects, even though it's all third person story, like third person adventure games. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But I mean, they do get prettier, and PlayStation has pulled off some really amazing looking games, like God of War, Last of Us 2, and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So it does get expensive for them, and
yeah. And plus,
if they can make some money on the back end on these games that literally
are just sitting there.
not only just sitting there, they're sitting there at like 10, 15, $20. You know what I mean? They're
Hmm.
barely making any money on these things anymore. So
Exactly. I think I think this is, when you think about it that way, when you put it that way, I think it's a good thing for PlayStation because maybe their extra money that they have here will be able to buy them new points of views. So then you will be able to get like first person shooters, we'll be able to get like platformers and not just third person action adventure games.
yeah,
You
exactly.
know, you know what I mean?
Which is a perfect segue into our next topic. Sony shutting down their one studio that doesn't make third person over the shoulder action games.
Well, throw what I said out the window. Third person action games all day, every day.
Yeah, so PlayStation is winding down Sony Japan studio. It's basically been confirmed that they're winding down is code for Dunzo because the only team that's going to remain in operation is Team Asobi, which are the dudes who do Astrobot games.
Out of all of those games, they chose friggin' Astrobot. Okay.
Yep, but yeah, so everyone else, all the developers behind Ape Escape, Gravity Rush, Knack, anything with a spark of creativity or a soul really that Sony has been putting out and stuff like that, gone. So that basically cements that Sony's straight up 100% shifting their focus almost exclusively to the West because as we've come to know and grown to see, there's a tiny little handheld box that is absolutely dominating Japan and is not going to let go anytime soon, especially after what we're going to talk about later.
Yep.
And that is the Nintendo Switch. So they're definitely they know they're kind of dead in the water in Japan at the moment. They're not even sending much stock there at the moment, which is why sales are slower there too. Like not only do they have trouble stocking, when they do stock, they send them here where they're gonna sell because they know Japan's on that Switch life. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think it's both PlayStation and Xbox have trouble selling out there, huh?
Xbox is like legitimately almost to the point that it's non-existent. So still a lot worse than that. But yeah, I mean, towards the end of the PlayStation 4's lifespan out there, it wound down pretty heavily. Like once Switch was out and everything. But yeah, I don't think they're gonna be able to pull much traction there for a while, at least until because the thing about consumers in Japan and stuff like that, they hate like they're really big on mobile stuff and portability, like the Switch, because they're big into mobile stuff, and they hate like big clunky devices and stuff like that. They're very like minimalistic and stuff like that, and I don't think a lot of them would want the gigantic eyesore that is the PlayStation 5 at this point. You know what I mean? I think it's too big for their aesthetic out there.
Yeah.
So it's going to be tough in general, not only on the games aspect because Switch is out there dominating, but just from a design standpoint too. I mean, it's going to be rough, but
Yeah, it sucks.
that's
So many
no need.
good
That's
games
no
are
need to
gonna
close
die.
down the good studios.
Yeah. So many games are just gonna die. But oh well. What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do? PlayStation making some
Bold
some
moves,
some
man.
bold moves, man, hurting some of their fan base's feelings right now, man. So we'll see what happens moving forward with the generation.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I think people pay too much time. They pay like too much attention caring about what these companies do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude. Like I don't understand.
Neither do I. Like, just let them do just if you're gonna own a PlayStation or an Xbox, what does it matter to you if something in a different country like gets affected? I'm just all right. I'm done with this.
Moving on from there, I just wanted to touch on this really quick before we move on to the two main topics here. Jason Schreier of Bloomberg, formerly of Kotaku, he released this gigantic article today, like detailing the decline of Stadia and how and why it was pretty much dead on arrival. Most stuff that everyone already knew, pretty common knowledge stuff. But I wanted to highlight a specific section that makes me absolutely lose my shit. Uh, apparently Google before launching Stadia, when getting everything together, they went out and let me just read this verbatim. His team wooed big name publishers like Ubisoft and Take-Two Interactive Software, shelling out tens of millions of dollars per game to get games like Red Dead Redemption 2 on Stadia, according to two people familiar with the deals. So these people were out here handing out whole game budget prices to secure one single game from publishers. So they were just throwing, and these companies were just like, yeah, sure. Stadia sounds good. 10 mil, let's go, you know?
Yeah. Oh my god.
So like this was a little shakedown. Like they were just trying to get their foot in the door, and these companies were just like, yep, let's see it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's fucking hilarious.
They knew it was gonna fail, and they're like, "Yeah, give me that 10 million for my game. Yeah. I'll support you 100%. Here's my game. It's not anything exclusive or new, but yeah, I'll take the 10 million for it."
Yep. And now we know why it flopped.
Dude, like
They spent all their money that they could have like spent like creating games and making their
that's why
whole company better, and they spent it on getting these games.
and that's why they're closing their studios now, because like holy crap, game development is so expensive. Yeah, well, you would have had a bit more in the bank to keep your studios open if you wouldn't have spent it all on game licenses, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So oh man, Stadia.
Not to mention, why didn't you guys why didn't they do their homework? Like, how much a game actually costs to develop? You know what I mean? Like IRL, and like, why were they paying them full price for something that was already done?
I don't know,
It's just
man.
beyond me.
It's absolute insanity. But we know why it flopped. Oh, and one more thing before we move on to the main topics. It's not on the list, but I heard about it, and god damn it, they're delaying they're delaying Cyberpunk again.
Isn't it already out?
Yeah, but that big patch they were promising to fix a lot of the big issues, that got pushed
No.
back. They're like, we need more time for this patch. It's delayed a few weeks. Bye.
They're delaying the delay of the delay.
Indeed.
Cyberpunk. You're
Well,
never gonna turn into a Gyarados.
never. All right, but moving on from the small stuff, we can go ahead and get into our two big main topics here, starting with the state of play. A very, very, very meh presentation, in my opinion. Give it like a 5 out of 10, middle of the road. Not very many new announcements. I think there was only one completely new thing, which was actually pretty cool.
Yeah, I thought that was dope.
It was really dope, yeah. But other than that, and then the Final Fantasy stuff at the end, was everything we already knew about. Just like a couple more updates on games we've already seen. But I got the thing I wanted out of it, so I enjoyed it. But going down the list here, we can just go through some stuff real quick. So they showed an additional content for Final Fantasy VII Remake exclusive to the PS5 called Final Fantasy VII Intergrade, and our girl Yuffie joins the mix.
Dude, fuck yeah.
That shit looks absolutely
It looks so
insane.
good.
Yeah, I think it's kind of shitty that they're locking it behind PS5 for everyone, for PS4 owners who bought the game. You know what I mean? But
yeah.
it looks really fucking good, and she looks like insane, dude. Her
That's what
moveset is fucking wild.
That's what I was gonna say though. Like, I wonder if the reason they're locking it at PS5 is because just judging from these from this gameplay footage, like I don't know how good that would look on PS4, you know?
I don't know, man. The remake in general on even on base PlayStation 4s looked really fucking good. So
Hmm.
I don't know.
Well, we'll see, man. It looks really good, dude. I'm like kind of scrolling through the trailer again. I haven't played the remake yet. I have yet to get it, but now I'm definitely gonna get it and play it, and then play
Yeah.
this right after.
Um. It's gonna be on PS Plus, I believe. They just announced for next month, but it's that's just the PS4 version, so I don't think you can get the upgrade through there.
Hmm.
I think that's another point of controversy slash contention. You have to have like the disc version to get the free update and get the DLC. So you might still want to buy it at some point. Uh, but
Yeah,
but it
I'll probably get it this then if that's the thing.
yeah, but if you want to like start it before you find a good price for it, you can grab it on Plus. I'm sure your save data will carry over. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'll probably do that.
Yeah. Moving on from that. The game I was most excited to see actually showed up, which was Kenna Bridge of Spirits. We learned about this
Henna.
one in the I think it was in the big PS5
The
reveal
reveal,
event.
yeah.
Yeah, and I've been excited to learn more about it. I think it was supposed to come out last year and it got pushed into this year. Got a release date all the way back in August 20 all the way back to August 24th, man. So it's quite a ways away still, but I'm excited that it got dated and it looks so fucking good,
It
dude.
looks really cool, dude. It looks unique. You
Dude,
know what I mean?
it looks like some DreamWorks slash Pixar levels of animation quality, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like it's just super high quality animation and the like graphical fidelity is fucking insane. Even like when they're showing gameplay and combat, like it just looks so fucking crisp, dude.
It does, dude. I think this is gonna be one of those games that's gonna surprise, hopefully, you know what I mean?
Yeah. It's gonna be a sleeper hit, you think?
Yeah, I think so. Just cause like just I feel like people tend to ignore these games, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, oh, this like cutesy looking character, whatever, you know. But this has potential to be like, I don't know, Jack and Daxter, like, you know what I mean?
Exactly. Like it's got a bit more like a charm and like soul to it, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's a bit more like got a bit more like the story seems like really like heartfelt and emotional, you know what I mean? So apart from the fact that it looks like a super cool like like Zelda-ish even type of game, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like a puzzle adventure game.
Yeah, it looks
And
fun, dude.
combat looks super fluid and good, like the particle effects, like
Well, how about
very
that?
very PS dude. The
How about that?
PS5 and the particle effects are off the chain, dude.
Dude, straight up. But how about that one scene where like I guess she like I don't know what she's doing. She's like cleansing like a tree or something,
Mm-hmm.
and then the whole like level just like changes. Like the like it goes from being like a like dark cave looking thing just like totally changed. I don't know that like transition looked super cool.
That's probably part of what the main thing is. You probably like have to like cleanse the world and return it to like its former state or some type of shit like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, when I don't know, but that shot where she's just like doing something in that tree or whatever, that looks super cool.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I'm super excited for that. That's coming out. Towards the end of summer in August. So looking forward to that. Next on the list here is Returnal. It's a bit more
Talk about
gameplay, a bit more
particle
of a
effects,
deep
bro.
dive. Yeah, talk about particle effects and shit, man. This is literally a freaking 3D roguelike bullet hell with like a crazy Dark Souls dodge mechanic, dude. Like, I can't get over how fucking cool this game looks,
This
and
game
I hate roguelikes. You know what I
looks
mean?
fucking sick.
So every time you die, it gets randomly generated, and everything's a little bit different.
Hmm.
But I think I don't think I care. I mean, I still don't think I might not get it day one just because I don't really want to spend I don't want to condone the $70 price point unless I absolutely have to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I might wait until it drops to at least like 50
Well,
around there. I'll do 50.
the cool thing is, I think if you have PS Plus, these $70 games have come at a small discount.
Oh, okay.
So if I think like even with Deathloop, you could have pre-ordered it at like a discount.
I don't know, man. You know
It
me, man.
wasn't a huge
I like those physicals though.
No, yeah, I know. It wasn't a huge discount, but you can pre-order it at like I think it was like $55, $56 instead. I mean $66 something. It was less than the 70.
Yeah,
So it's a little bit of a positive if you're down for the download, you know what I mean?
yeah, dude. I don't know. I think this game looks really fucking good.
I think it does too, dude. Like this game looked fucking weird. Like it's been blowing my mind since they announced it, because when they announced it, it was like, what the fuck is this game? Like, I
Hmm.
don't know what the fuck this lady's doing in a spacesuit. Why is she dying? I don't get it. But now that we have some more like information about it and some gameplay, dude, this game looks fucking sick.
I
Like, I don't
definitely
know, man.
agree.
I want to play this game for sure. It looks really fun.
Yeah, so that's coming April 30th, so end of next month. So it's getting closer. Next on the list, coming a little sooner than that, April 6th, it was Oddworld Soulstorm got a release date and a new trailer. Um, it's like we've talked about it before.
It looks like Oddworld.
It looks like Oddworld. It looks
It's
really
Oddworld.
cool.
If you've ever
Uh,
played Oddworld, it's Oddworld.
I'm in the same position with this one as I am with Deadloop. I've seen enough of it, and I'm ready for it to just come out. You know what I mean? I don't need to see anymore. I'm
Yeah.
sold. It's fine, but it looks good. It looks super cool. Deaths are funny. All that type of stuff.
Mm.
Like Night Juan said in the Discord, just my poor man Abe still can't escape slavery after all these years.
Poor Abe, man.
Next on the list here, this was what they opened up with, which was weird. It was Crash 4, which is came out last year. The PS5 version was showcased, which is weird. Comes out March 12th, so in a couple weeks here, should be out. Um, it's gonna run at 4K 60. Got to take advantage of the adaptive triggers and all that, which is pretty cool, I guess. I don't
Yeah.
know.
I mean, but it's already out. You know, if
Yeah,
people who wanted to play it already probably have it. So
yeah. I'm probably I'm waiting to find that one on a pretty deep discount. Pause.
yeah, same.
Moving on from that, multiplayer dodgeball game Knockout City. I think this one was in the direct too, like last week or something.
Yeah,
I don't know if I'm down for this. It's like a battle royale, but with like dodgeball and okay.
it's. I mean, at least they're not selling it full price. So
Oh,
there's that.
it's only $20.
It's 20 bucks.
I didn't realize that. That's good then.
Because this game does not look like something that I would pay. This is like Destruction All Stars levels, you know?
Or I think it's a little worse even. You know what I mean?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. I don't know. But how cool would it be if they had the dodgeball mechanic in Destruction All Stars?
That's true. That'd be pretty dope.
Because that game is impossible to friggin' knock people out when you're out of the car. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, dude, that'd be cool. You're right.
You know what I mean? If it was
Yeah,
like if they had some kind of mechanic like that where you could pick up, I don't know, pick up car parts or something and throw it at people,
indeed.
I think that would change the game. But anyways,
The next game on the list here. This is the one new announcement that actually looks super fucking dope. It's this like
dude,
crazy kung fu game called Sifu.
I am so in on this game.
And the trailer just shows off this dude, who I can only guess is Sifu, just beating the absolute shit out of a bunch of dudes in a hallway, like straight up old kung fu Jet Li movie style. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude, what I like about it, it's because it's a pretty much like a 3D beat 'em up, right?
It looks like it,
That's
kind
what
of.
it
Yeah,
seems like.
yeah,
But I don't know. There's got to be some kind of weird mechanic because like it looks like he gets older as he goes.
yeah. It looks like he ages very, very fast as you go. So
Yeah,
I don't know what the deal is there, but you're like a sick ass like fucking karate master, and I'm here for it.
yeah, dude, same. And it just looks really freaking cool. There was my favorite part of this trailer was I guess he's fighting this guy at like some kind of like school or office or something, and he just bangs his head on the table. I'm like, yes.
Yes.
It just looks so cinematic. It looks so cool, you know?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Super dope looking. I'm super stoked for Sifu. No release date on that one or anything, I think, but
It's
man.
2021 was all they said.
Okay, okay.
So
The next
sometime this
game
year.
on the list is Solar Ash, which I think I've talked about how I was super excited for it because it's same developers as Hyper Light Drifter, which I really liked on
Yeah.
Switch. We got a bit more gameplay finally for it, and I am stoked for this one too, man. It looks super cool. You're like freaking like skating around the world, all dope like, and you can like grapple to these little points to like zoom around. So basically it's a very like
It's like a
focused on move.
floaty.
Yeah, it's focused on movement and getting around like these like crazy like disjointed landscapes. It's like like a skating platformer from what it looks like.
Yeah, it's like a space platformer with a space puzzle platformer with some combat in it.
Yeah, it's got some pretty dope combat. It looks pretty
So,
cool.
yeah.
But I don't know if you can ever stop moving from what it looks like is the thing, you know. So it looks like you can for small bits, but it's
Yeah.
very very momentum based.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. It looks
Super
cool.
cool.
It looks fun.
Yeah, I'll probably check it out when it comes out. New Five Nights at Freddy's game.
Mm,
Mm,
I mean, if I don't know, the more recent Five Nights at Freddy's. Have you ever played the game or know about the
no,
game?
I know nothing.
So the game Five Nights at Freddy's, like it started out like you're just flipping through cameras and you're you're trying to like keep these things from killing you, right?
Hmm.
By like opening doors and moving the cameras, and but you don't know where these like animatronic like murderous rampage things are, right?
Yeah.
So that's the whole point of the game. Is like you're the security guy and you're trying to keep them. You're trying to stay alive, pretty much. And the games have changed over the years, but I believe someone correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe this is the first time you actually walk around in a Five Nights at Freddy's game.
Yeah, I have no idea, but I mean,
So
cool for fans of that, but I don't know or care.
yeah,
Sorry.
no, it's all good. I think I've watched people play it, and it's pretty funny watching people play it
Hmm.
because it's like it's like a jump scare game.
Okay.
So
No
it's that
thanks.
kind of thing. Yeah, I'm out on it because it's like scaring you. So I'm already like, nope. I
Yeah.
don't. And also just like you're when you're a kid, you just like are scared of the animatronics like Chuck E. Cheese, you know, when you're a kid, and now these things are like murderous. So
Yeah,
childhood
I
nightmares, man.
definitely feel you on that, man. And last game on the list here is Deathloop, another trailer, and I've already given my thoughts. I've seen enough, and I am just ready to play it. Comes out in May, I believe.
Yeah, it comes out of May. Yeah, dude, I'm right there with you on this. I just want to get this game and play it already because it looks so freaking cool.
Looks hella cool, man. I like the dopest, like the old school weirdest, like Bioshocky old timey aesthetic of it. Super
Yeah,
dope.
I
I'm
was
here
gonna
for it.
say this definitely reminds me of BioShock where you know you have a gun and then you also have like so you have one weapon in one hand, then you have powers in the other hand, you know? Super BioShock like.
Yeah, I'm super down for it. And that's pretty much it. That concludes the state of play. Overall, like I said, not the worst show, not the best show. I give it a 5, middle of the road, because while it had information on stuff that I'm excited for, I
It
mean
was just like
apart from Sifu, which was dope, that was it. That was the only new announcement. There was no.
it was more of an update of like where these games are at and release dates,
Yeah,
you know?
as opposed to like a direct type of thing where they announce like what's going on in new games and stuff like that, which is a little disappointing. Like there was no info on like the big Sony games, no Ratchet and Clank, no Horizon, no God of War, like not even a hint or peep of any of that type of stuff. You know what I mean? So it was just it was weird. It was strange. It was weird that their big closeout announcement, while dope, was the Yuffie Final Fantasy VII shit.
Yeah. I
Moving
mean,
on to the big showcase of the week.
this just happened today, didn't
This
it?
just happened
This
this
like this
morning
morning.
at 7 a.m. We had Pokemon Presents 2021. And
Crazy.
so much happened. Did you watch the whole video? Did you watch the whole
I
presentation?
I did actually.
So they kicked it off with about like 6 to 8 minutes of this little video called Pokemon 25 Years of Nonstop Adventure. Fucking dope ass video, dude. They literally go like year by year showing what game accessories, like random merch and paraphernalia released around that, and like step by step showed off pretty much everything they've ever dipped their toe in, and Pokemon has done just about everything
Everything.
in the past 25 years, man. And that was such a dope video, man. It was massive nostalgia overload, massive pulling at my old man heart, you know what I mean? And it worked, man. That was such a dope little presentation. What did you think about it?
I thought it was a really cool presentation. Like just the way it was all set up, I thought it was good. It was really good. But you know, these I feel like these Pokemon announcements are always set up really well, you know?
Yeah, they always do. Whenever they announce new
They have good
games or
production
new
quality, I
gen, they
guess you'd
always
say.
have a similar type of video. But I think this one, with how granular it got, was in particular pretty cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But after that, they started going off with the announcements. The first thing they showed off was a new trailer for Pokemon Snap. Comes out at the end of April, April 30th. Another one that I'm just ready to fucking play, man. I'm so ready for this game. It looks, dude, Bandai Namco, man. Those fucking graphics on Pokemon Snap are off the fucking chain.
Mm-hmm.
Looks really fucking good. They announced a couple new features, including like a couple of tools that you'll be using, like these little like Lumina balls, I think they're called, that you can throw at Pokemon that'll like make them glow and do weird things to them to get a better shot. Like I think at some point it turns Chimchar's fire attack blue and stuff like that. So basically, it just adds more pizzazz to whatever they're doing to get a better shot off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They announced that there's going to be like online kind of like a leaderboard type of thing where like you can edit and post your pics all crazy like, and then people can like give you likes and shit like that, and they're like the most popular ones are going to be like shared across the world and shit like that. So they're definitely doing it doing it big, bringing it to the modern era with like the leaderboards and shit like that, you know,
Yeah, I think it's pretty
putting some
cool.
online features in it. I think it's dope.
And not just that, like you can like edit them
Yeah, that's
and like
yeah, that's pretty cool.
yeah.
But
But there's a lot more stuff in this than there was in the original Pokemon Snap.
oh yeah,
So
definitely.
it's super cool. It looks super cool.
But the coolest part about that, and what I'm most excited to see, is like all like the crazy secrets that are going to be hidden within each level. Because Pokemon Snap, if you remember, there wasn't many tools and stuff like that to use, but there was a bunch of ways to make those like the small amount of tools that you have, you could use them in a bunch of ways to make crazy ass scenarios happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
it's crazy to see
Like
what
the way you get
oh, it's
you have to
Score
like
Bunny that the fire attack
yeah,
turns
yeah.
blue for.
Wasn't there in the original like there's a way to make Pokemon evolve if like you knock certain shit over or
Yeah.
if
Like
like you
there's
could
a
turn
level
them
where you have to like take a Magikarp all the way through the level, and if you take him all the way through, he
he
goes up a
turns into a
waterfall
Gyarados. Yeah.
and becomes a Gyarados, like that type of shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But yeah, Pokemon Snap looks really good. Comes out in a little over 2 months, so it's still pretty
Nice.
far away, man. But
It's in April, right?
yep, end of April. We're at the end of February now, so it'll take a while, but moving on to the bread and butter announcements, man. Two absolute banger smash announcements, starting with Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. The fucking Gen
Bro.
4 remakes are real. And
I'm
as
so ready.
always, the internet is somehow finding a way to be upset.
Don't tell me they're upset about the chibi.
They're super upset about the chibi. A lot of
Really? I thought
people,
that's the
yeah.
best part about
Yeah,
it.
dude, honestly the same because it literally looks like they took the actual sprites from the DS and just blasted them with a 3D ray. It's the literal same sprites and art
It's
just
the
made
same
3D.
game, just like updated. That's what a remake
It's
should be,
it's
right?
like literally like I know a bunch of people in the community too who for example, like the Let's Go, they were saying like Let's Go looked better than Sword and Shield at some points, and they're like, oh, if Let's Go didn't have the dumb catching mechanic, it would have been perfect because the art style was so cool. And this is like similar to that, you know, it's
Yeah.
literally just like an updated art style, but this one gets rid of all the dumb mechanics. Like this one you actually battle wild Pokemon and shit, you know what I
It's
mean?
the
So
game. It's the
it's
original. They
the
stayed true
like
to the original
it's
games.
similar. I'd say it's more similar to like the Diablo remake, you know what I mean? It's
Exactly.
kind of
That's the
more
point I
like
was gonna
the
make. Yeah.
old game running underneath, and it's just a layer of 3D over it, you know what I mean?
hmm It's just
So
updated graphics,
I'm
is
actually
what it is. You know.
super into the fucking art style. I'm super fucking excited to jump back in. I am grabbing Pearl like I grabbed back in the day. Are you grabbing Diamond?
If you're grabbing Pearl, you know I'm grabbing Diamond.
Fuck
I
yeah,
mean,
dude.
honestly, there was no question that I was gonna grab Diamond, bro. Like that's those are our games, bro. Like I'm not gonna change my my side now, you know?
Yeah, the thing I'm curious about is there's gonna be any sort of extra content. Like if they're gonna include any sort of like platinum content, like if Giratina's gonna be in there and that type
I
of
if
shit.
you know, I'm gonna channel my crazy internet sleuth
Mm-hmm.
here. If you look at the end of the trailer, there is actually like these like oh never mind. I thought it was Giratina, but now that I'm getting a closer look, it looks like it's Dialga.
Oh, okay.
Or maybe what do you
What, the
think?
statue you mean?
Yeah, the statue.
No, it's the statue from the games, dude. The it's the same one. it's the same. They're in the same town in both games, but depending what game you have, the
Yeah, it
statue's
changes.
different.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
remember
yeah,
it now.
yeah.
Yeah, I remember it now.
It's the
Uh,
statue.
yeah. So I don't know. I'm hoping that they either have DLC. I hope they don't make a platinum after this.
Yeah, that would be that would annoy me. Even though Platinum is like my second favorite Pokemon game, like I'd be annoyed if they force a Platinum on us after these.
I would
But
too.
I mean, I'd be okay with DLC. I'd take it.
Yeah.
But what's interesting about this one that they did it. They finally did it, Eric. They finally outsourced one of these. This one's not being developed
It's
by
not
Game
being made by
Freak.
Game Freak. Yeah.
Developed by Ilka Inc., who apparently have also worked on Pokemon Home and have supported on such titles such as, get this,
Near Automata
Near Automata and
and
Yakuza Zero.
Yakuza.
So I think this
Nice.
is their first title, like as full developers of a title.
Sick.
So which is pretty cool. But Junichi Masuda, obviously homie, Masuda from the Pokemon Company, original director of Diamond and Pearl, he's also overseeing these along with them. So there is some involvement from the Pokemon Company here and Game Freak.
Nice.
But yeah, man. Super fucking cool, super fucking dope announcement. I am so copying these day one. This is my favorite generation. My favorite game is Soul Silver. My favorite gen is Gen 4. And I am so fucking ready to go through this game again, man. The beginning of the fucking trailer where they just literally play the intro music from the original DS game, I was like, ah.
The minute that I saw the DS, I was like, yeah.
Yeah, dude, that fucking confirmed it. Like, apart from the fact that they stopped on the year it came out, I was like, yes, it's fucking time. Then they show the DS, the fucking big ass brick DS that I remember you had that one. I never had
Yep.
that one.
That was my DS.
Mm-hmm. So that one was like literal nostalgia for you, huh? Just like
Dude,
booting up
literally
Diamond on the fat DS.
literally yes, like watching that DS, that fat old DS just come on, I was just like, bro. Like I already knew, dude. I knew that's what it was gonna be. I knew. Damn, dude, that's crazy.
And then instantly after that trailer ended,
They
nothing else, just another little flash of light came on that says another adventure awaits. And we got a look at this trailer for this fucking Pokemon
fucking
game.
game, bro.
Unlike anything we've ever seen before. For everyone complaining about the graphics
Get
in the
over it.
Chibi remake, for anyone complaining about the graphics in Sword and Shield, here it fucking is, dude. A real straight up open world from their own lips action RPG set in the
Pokemon game.
Pokemon world, set in the distant past of Sinnoh. So it's still within Gen 4. It's
Mm-hmm.
still within the Sinnoh region, just in this like
In the past.
crazy ancient setting before trainers in the Pokemon League were even a thing, really. You're on a quest to create the first Pokedex, and you're using these crazy ancient like wooden Pokeballs, and it's all open world. It's like a third person shooter. The way you throw Pokeballs out, the battles, apparently there's confirmed that there's no like transition between the game and battle, so there's no like cutscene and battle screen. Like it'll probably just shift perspective and you're instantly in a fight. This is like everything we've been asking for so fucking long.
Yep.
Eric,
Also,
what is this? I was fucking like, the second the trailer started, I was like, my jaw just dropped, and like I couldn't. and it just kept going, and I saw them do a fucking dodge roll in Pokemon.
Mm-hmm. It looks fucking crazy, bro. And this is the first Pokemon game where we get starters from 3 separate gens,
All
right?
sort of different regions, yeah.
Yeah.
We got Cyndaquil, Rowlet, and Oshawott.
Like
I am exclusively a water starter guy, but Oshawott and Poplio are my least favorite, so I think I might go fucking Cyndaquil this time around, yo.
oh bro, you know I gotta get that Rowlet.
Yes, yes, yes.
Dude, fucking ghost style, bro.
But dude, if you go to the Twitter leak thing I sent you,
Mm-hmm.
a bunch of screenshots with a bunch of text leaked earlier that looked like some sort of slides from the Pokemon company. People were like dismissing them as fake at first until literally it's the fucking game that we saw, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Uh so Central Pokemon leaks, they were at first, just discussing the pictures themselves, trying to speculate from them until they got actual translations. And basically the slides mention an ATB battle system, an active time battle time, similar to what like old school like like original Final Fantasy VII had. The new one has like a more modernized version of that, which is more intense, more Kingdom Hearts like. But dude, this is like straight up no longer turn based. Combats are now energy based. The transition between overworld and battles have been removed. It's all seamless. So it's not fully turn based. If you don't have any Pokemon, your main character gets attacked, and if your character gets enough damage, basically you can get KO'd yourself. Your trainer can get knocked out by Pokemon. You will
That's
get
crazy.
murked by Pokemon.
That's crazy.
So I don't know if it's still not 100% confirmed that these are actual images from the Pokemon company and that any other stuff is real. Like they could have just, had real images and slapped on a bunch of fake shit to like kind of throw everyone off, you know what I mean? Because leakers and shit do that.
Yeah.
If any of that is true, dude, that all sounds fucking perfect. Give it to me now. Take all of my money.
Yeah, dude.
I was
This
talking to our homie Vince earlier, and Vince was just like, "No, it's gonna be straight up turn based because you can see in the trailer like a battle that is straight up like select your 4 moves and stuff like that." And I was
but I
telling
think
him,
yeah, I think you're right.
I told him I think it might be similar to like Final Fantasy, more like an active time battle. I literally said active time battle thing where you have to like dodge around and like land like basic attacks, and fill up some sort of meter or wait a certain amount of time before you can select like an actual Pokemon move. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
boom, I saw these leaks hours later, and I was like, oh shit, I called it, I nailed it. And if that's the case, dude, oh man, this is all I want going forward. Please drop everything else for the main line for this. Gen 9, make it like this.
Yeah, I mean,
Or
it
maybe
remains
not. Maybe keep doing what you're doing separately with the mainline games and like cuz this one's called Pokemon Legends Arceus. So maybe we start getting these in different regions. Maybe we get fucking like
different legends, right?
yeah, like fucking Pokemon Legends Ho-Oh, and we go to like the distant past of Johto before the freaking tower burns, and before because how Entei, Suicune, and Articuno were created when that tower burned, and there were Pokemon caught inside. We can be there before that happens, and we can find out why Ho-Oh leaves, how it burns, what happens. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, that'd be cool.
that'd be fucking sick, man. Like I don't know, man. There's so much potential going forward with this style that they could do so much with it. I'm just happy that for once they're doing something different.
Different.
They're
Mm-hmm.
stepping out of the freaking mold. They're stepping out of the comfort zone. They're finally breaking away from the traditional style and giving us something fucking cool. Game
Dude.
Freak. Thank you for
Hell,
once.
Is this a Game Freak game? Is that
This
what they're?
one, yeah, this one's straight up Game Freak, and they're all hands on deck on this one because they're not split between doing the Diamond and Pearl remix because those are being handled by someone else.
Perfect. Yeah, dude. This like I'm with you. Like this looks. If it's done right, hopefully, if it's everything we hope for, it's gonna be dope AF. Like I'm already stoked.
Dude,
So
even if it's not done right, it's already like just from what I've seen, it's already such a huge step in the right direction towards like what I've always ultimately wanted these games to be that I'll be fine with it if this is like the first step of many and they start doing more of these and they get better as they go, you know what I mean?
yeah, I'd
I
be
just
totally
I
okay
just
with that. Yeah.
want them to have this idea in their head for finally, you know?
After how many? You know
After
what? I think.
literally 25 years, they tell you in the presentation name.
Yeah, I think. I think maybe this was Game Freak finally getting around to fucking using switches. This power of the Switch. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
Because
mm-hmm.
as we I think we discussed before that the Pokemon Sword and Shield was made to be able to work on a DS.
Yeah,
Yeah, so I think this is the kind of shit we are probably hopefully going to be expecting from them going forward, you know what I mean?
mm-hmm.
Like even if it is uh even if like the main games kind of take a different turn, I think like you're right. Like the fact that they're doing this and trying to do something different for once, it might be even be good for the main games. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So we'll see what's up, dude. But so far, exciting news. This thing looks super sick. Well, once we get more details and more gameplay, we'll be more stoked. I think.
Nice. I agree. I agree. I need to see so much more. I need so much more information on everything. So
Hmm.
many questions regarding both games, honestly.
Yeah,
I'm sure we'll get like a
an
steady
update.
trickle. No, I'm sure we'll get a steady trickle feed of news for Diamond and Pearl because that's what they usually do is they focus on one at a time.
Yeah,
And then once those come out, then we'll start seeing more and more stuff about Legends. So it's gonna be a while.
yeah. I think you're right. Yeah.
But
But
yeah, before what were we gonna say?
no, I was just gonna say, but this was a good direct, I guess you could call it in a
Yeah,
sense.
this was the most hype thing we saw all week. Honestly, it was. I think it was better than both the direct from last week and the state of play combined. It was like really, really solid back to back announcements. You know what I mean?
Bro, this month has just been playing with our 30-year-old nostalgia feels all
I
month.
know, man. They're coming for our wallets hard.
They're coming for a generation, bro. They know what we want. They
Hmm.
know.
Alrighty, and before we wrap it up here for the night, this ties into this Pokemon 25th celebration. Well, we're gonna answer the one question we got this week from Night Juane. Thank you so much for always sending in really great questions, Juan. He asked, "Do you think it's necessary to celebrate every fifth anniversary of game franchises? Considering this year Nintendo has four big anniversaries: Zelda and Metroid's 35th." Pokemon's 25th, and Donkey Kong's 40th. We already know that they'll celebrate Pokemon and that they're releasing a remastered Zelda game at the very least. Do you think they will at least acknowledge Metroid and Donkey Kong? No. Sorry if the question is a bit confusing. Basically, it's for you guys to discuss your point of view about these franchise anniversaries and Nintendo's enthusiasm for or lack of it on the matter.
Bro, thank you for such a well thought out question.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Actually, I think that's a really good question. And I don't think so. I don't think they will. Like where's our Metroid 4 Prime 4 news, you know?
Where's Metroid Prime trilogy of the old games that's supposed
Where's
to be
our
ready?
Metroid remakes?
See, the
Where
thing is, here's what I'm gonna say. I think it would be dope if they celebrated every fifth anniversary of these franchises because they do all have respectively their own rabid fan bases that adore them to death and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But realistically, this has been a big topic of contention in the community this week in general because a couple of creators like Player Essence OJ, he's been kind of poking fun at the Metroid community, saying that showing he made a meme that was like a gigantic like sold out stadium that said Metroid fans, and then when it said Metroid fans when it comes to game sales, and it has Patrick going, I have $3 because they don't
Well,
sell. And I think this goes to show that that kind of stuff really does matter to Nintendo because guess what? Zelda, Mario, Pokemon, hell yeah, they're going to celebrate every 5 years because that's guaranteed tens of millions of sales of games, merch, freaking Levi's clothing, Legos, all kinds of crap.
mm-hmm.
Metroid and stuff like that, F-Zero, those franchises are more unfortunately like left in the dark, left out to dry, not as focused on, less loved by Nintendo. Those well, like you said, like in the question, Juan, it's Metroid's 35th too, and where is it? They're just not gonna do it because while there is like a very loud like echo chamber of rabid fans on
It's a
the internet
loud
for these games,
minority.
it's a loud minority, and the game sales aren't there to reflect the effort put into the type of celebration that goes into their huge franchises like Mario, Zelda, and Pokemon, you know? And like, while I'd love it, I'd love huge celebrations for these. It just doesn't make sense for them to oversaturate their year, especially because a lot of these share anniversaries. It doesn't make sense for them to oversaturate their year with celebrations because Nintendo's really big on valuing their IP and maintaining valuation. If they do these big ass celebrations for everything, I feel like they're gonna take it as they're not gonna be as special. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
they're gonna focus on the big ones, and unfortunately, some people are gonna be upset because it's not gonna be the one they like that they want. You know what I mean? So
Right. And you just got to keep in mind too, Pokemon for one, it spans way beyond like even just the video games, for one instance. And like even with I feel like they're focusing a lot more on Pokemon just because of that reason too. Because you saw you saw the beginning of this thing, if you look at the beginning, look at all the stuff that's Pokemon has done. It's not just they don't just do the video games.
yeah,
They have been
a
like
cultural phenomenon
exactly. It's
since the
it's huge.
beginning.
It's huge. It's been huge for 25 years.
And
Now,
so
Zelda, while it's also been around, it's getting they're mentioning it because it's one of their biggest their one of their biggest IPs. It's you think Nintendo, you think Pokemon, you think Zelda, you think Mario. So I Donkey Kong sadly is it's there, but I don't think they'll have as big as a anniversary thing for them either. You know what I mean?
yeah, see, so I think specifically for Nintendo, because I think Nintendo is like really the only company that has IPs of this caliber that like have been around this long and are this good. Like Sony has stuff that came a little later and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like Zelda,
The only
Mario,
thing I
and
could
stuff
think
at
that
like
that would get
those
to
were
the
on the original gaming consoles, like the NES and stuff like that. So
yeah, the only non-Nintendo thing that I could think of, like a non-Nintendo IP that I feel like like has that level, like that caliber of like or close to that caliber of IP would be Halo, I think. Just because it has a huge fan base and everybody knows Halo.
yeah,
People who don't even know
no,
people
but
who don't even
but what I'm saying is like that still doesn't have the legacy that these
No, it
games
does
have
not. No.
because that came in like what fourth, fifth gen or something. You know what I mean of gaming. Like it just doesn't have the same date. It doesn't have the same legacy. What I'm saying is,
Well, actually, what do you mean by fourth, fifth gen gaming? Because Halo was on the first Xbox,
yeah. So
Microsoft's first.
NES, Super Nintendo gen, and N64 gen, and
Okay,
then
I get what you're
after
saying.
so
Okay.
so Xbox didn't come until the fourth generation, which was PS2, GameCube, Xbox, which is what I'm saying. That's what I mean by generation of gaming.
Okay.
So there was plenty of
So,
console
well, yeah.
generations and console wars, like because there was the whole Sega era and stuff like that before them, is what I'm saying.
Mm,
So they just haven't been around as long as like Halo. While it's huge, it just doesn't have the same amount of age that these other games have. You know what I mean?
right.
So I think like for those in particular, like the big three, I think it makes sense for them to celebrate every five. For like the secondary tier where you start getting into the Metroids and the Donkey Kongs and stuff like that, I think they should celebrate the legacy of these games and the longevity, but I think those you can do them at a lot more spaced out intervals. Do it at a 25 and a 50 type of thing, you know what I mean? But
Hmm.
they don't do that either, unfortunately. So I think they do need to start showing a bit more love to everything else. But I can again, I can see why they would do that. Like I said, Nintendo's big on value, and I feel like they don't want to do all these celebrations and make one or the other feel less special because there's so many,
Yeah, I agree with you. Also, there's just like I don't know. I just feel like these video game companies have just been so pressured to like come out with things, you know?
Mm-hmm,
So it's
mm-hmm.
like if it is coming, just wait for it. If it comes, it comes. If it doesn't, it doesn't, you know? Like what are you gonna do? You know, these poor people can only work so fast, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
people seem to forget that people make these games. You know, there's people
That
behind
people
these
always
games, you
forget
know what I
that,
mean?
man. Yeah, I
Like it's
forget
not just
that.
they don't just pop out of thin air. Like no, people are working hard on these games. Like people actually have to develop these things before they can even happen. So hey, maybe we won't get Metroid 35th, but maybe we'll get like a Metroid 40th anniversary collection or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I don't know.
that's what I'm saying. I feel like if they do stuff for those smaller franchises, because realistically that's what they are, smaller franchises, it'll be a lot fewer and farther between.
I think so too. Yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty much going to wrap it up here for the podcast this week. A lot of hype, a lot of great stuff. Thank you so much to everyone for joining us and watching. Thank you so much to everyone who listened on audio. If you made it to the end of the episode, you are Arceus, the one true Pokemon God, and you are responsible for all of creation in the Pokemon world. Congratulations. All hail Arceus. If you want to find us on the internet, you can find me on Twitter at KnifeLifeOsk, KnifeLifeOSC. You can find Eric on the internet.
You can find me as Erky Plays on just about everything.
You can find us together at PodBoyz Advance on Twitter. You can find the podcast on audio and everything else as PodBoyz Advance as well. We're on Spotify. Anchor puts us everywhere else, mostly. Google Podcast, Apple Podcast, wherever you prefer to find your podcast, you can find us as PodBoyz Advanced. Check out my other podcast that I do with my coworker Shan called 8 Hour Chat, where we go over a bunch of really, really, really random topics that are very sporadic with no really sense of direction. It's literally most of the time a dice roll. So check that out. It's mostly on Spotify and everywhere Anchor puts us to as 8 Hour Chat. I am most likely going back to a more normal schedule for work this week. So hopefully I can finally get back to some streaming.
Yeah. So I will say one thing too, regarding our question segment. If anyone that is not, if you're not on our Discord and you would still like to ask a question, you guys could always send us a tweet.
Very true.
DM us or at us at Knife Life Osk or at Erky Plays, and we will definitely mention it here on the show.
Correct. But if you do feel free to join the Discord as well. The link is going to be down in the description below.
¿Por qué no los dos?
Always popping off in there anyway, so make sure you guys come through. And yeah, that's pretty much going to do it for us here. So until next time, my name is Oscar.
And I'm Eric.
And we've been the PodBoyz Advance. We will see you guys next time. Later. Don't eat the apple pie.
It was made by RKS.
In Sino.
1,000 years ago. It's moldy.
Oh no.
It got rowlet feathers on it.
Oh no.